Hello, 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 and welcome to another adventure in learning. Today's video is not a brief history, but I'm hoping it's going to be just as fun. Today, we're going to talk about the differences that I've noticed between Greece and the United States. But before we go ahead and do that, get a pencil and piece of paper because we're going to keep a tally. I'll keep a tally of my feelings. You keep a tally of yours. And at the very end, you can make a decision. Are the differences between Greece and United States ones you like in Greece better or ones you like in the United States better? You'll be able to comment below. Now, let's get into the differences that I've noticed between Greece and the United States. I've organized this video into two different parts. One is the house and home and everything on the inside, and the other is all the stuff that I noticed that was different on the outside of the home, so stuff on the street. Let's start with house and home though. Now, I've been walking around this country for about a month, a little bit more, and I'm telling you, every single house is white and blue. I had to do research because I didn't understand why. So it turns out in 1967, the Greek government ordered that everybody needed to paint their houses white and blue in an attempt to boost patriotism. I thought to myself, what in the world? Can you imagine painting the houses in the United States red, white, and blue? Now, the colors in the Greek flag actually symbolize God, freedom, and country, and also the Greek Orthodox religion, which is one of the religions that is foundational in Greek heritage. In the United States, the white stands for innocence, the red stands for hardiness and valor, and the blue stands for perseverance and justice. Since I mentioned we're keeping a tally, I'm rooting for Greece on this one. Blue and white, love it. Now, I know I mentioned this one before in another video, but I'm gonna say it again. In Greece, everybody has fruit trees or olive trees on their own property. I think that's absolutely awesome. In the United States, people definitely have gardens and they've got fruit trees. Those types of things do exist, but the fact that almost everybody here has that is something that I think is both a difference and super duper special. For this one, Greece is the winner. The next difference I noticed is kind of a little bit strange. It's the air conditioning units. So in Greece, air conditioning units are actually placed on the wall. And if you've got a house and multiple rooms, there's a single air conditioning unit placed on the wall in each room, like this. So you can go from room to room and turn the air conditioner off and on. And the air conditioners and heating are usually the same unit. Houses in Greece are made out of concrete, and this is because the islands sometimes have earthquakes. Houses in the United States, for the most part, are actually made out of wood or brick. And when these houses are being built, vents are actually placed in certain spaces strategically to allow for certain airflow, heating, cooling, things like that. So Greek air conditioners are actually more energy efficient. You can turn one unit off or on depending on which room you're in, as opposed to the American system where you need to turn the entire unit off or on. In this situation, I'm definitely voting for the Greek system because conservation is king. So, on the subject of inside the home, let's talk a little bit about showers in Greece. Oh, baby. Don't I love a nice 20-minute hot shower in the United States? That's not happening in Greece because they need to conserve water. Remember, Greece is an archipelago of 3,000 islands, not all of which are populated, but there's enough of them that they need to watch their water consumption. So showers in Greece look like this. Yeah, the shower head's definitely not on the wall. It's definitely not sprinkling down my head and back. I have to pick it up, shower, turn the water off, soap up, and then turn it back on again to rinse it all off. For this one, even though I know it's not conserving water, I have to go with the United States because I love warm showers. These last two don't really have votes, but they're differences that I noticed and I wanted to show you. In Greece, most toilets either have a button on the top or you're pulling a chain. In the United States, the toilets usually have a lever. Some of them have a button on the top, but usually it's a lever. The other difference I saw was regarding the windows in a house. In the United States, the windows usually go up and down. In Greece, though, the windows are often made like a door, so you can open a handle and pull it all the way open. Very European. Okie dokie artichoke. Now we're moving on to all the stuff I noticed way on the outside. Not the house stuff, way outside. All right, the very first thing I noticed all around Greece, besides the cats, holy cow, so many cats, all pest control related. Let's talk about the goats. Oh, baby, there's goats all over the place, and they are super special to the Greeks because they're used for both cheese and meat. And there's definitely way more goats on the islands than there are cows. There was a study done in 2020, and there are more goats in Greece than any other country in Europe. The Vlahiki breed of goat, I think that's how it's pronounced, has short little stubby legs, which helps him climb up and down the mountains of Greece. I hear goats all the time. It's great. I absolutely love it. In the United States, if you didn't know, the most common undomesticated animal is the white-tailed deer. So right now, we've got a goat versus a deer. I mean, Bambi, yeah, I gotta go with the United States and the deer on this one. So let's talk about easements for a second. An easement is a piece of property that's shared by multiple people. I'll give you an example. In the United States, sometimes two houses will be so close together that a piece of property will be shared for both people to use as a driveway. That's part of an easement. Now, in Greece, there are easements everywhere. They call them just joint roads or joint paths, and people will be walking through other people's backyards. Sometimes I'm walking so close to houses that I could knock on their window and wave and say hi. I don't know how I feel about that. For this one, I'm voting for the United States because I kind of like the idea of having my own property and personal space. Alrighty, now on to the subject of food. So I was driving around in Crete because I had a car while I was there, and I had to stop for gas a few times. And when I tell you the food at that gas station was absolutely incredible, they had full bakeries in their gas stations. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was to go into a gas station in the United States, I don't know if I'd be eating full meals there. I might grab a piece of pizza if I was absolutely desperate, but yeah, for this one, I'm definitely rooting for Greece. And another difference that I think you might want to see is how narrow the roads are in Greece compared to the United States. Oh my word. Since, of course, many of the roads in Greece were built long before cars, the roads are super duper narrow. Sure, the cars are smaller in Greece for the most part, but the size of the roads sometimes means that only one car can go one way. There's not even a place for a car to pull over. They have to back up. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to be part of. I'm going to have to side with the United States regarding the width of the roads because having to back up when somebody's coming towards you every single time you drive down a street is really, really frustrating. Okay, it's time to do our final tally. Now, this is my list.
1. The Greece side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The United States side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow, it's a tie. I wonder what would have needed to happen if I had to draw a fifth tally mark. Oh, that's right. Every time you count by fives, the fifth one is corner to corner.
But now, obviously, there's a ton of other differences that exist, and especially a bunch of differences that are more for adults, like government and economy and all that other stuff. But I thought this video would be fun so that you could see pictures of what it is that I saw. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you have any other questions, put them down in the comments below. Thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.